A pleasure once again to meet you for the 10:30 a.m. Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. President Paul Biya has congratulated His Excellency Macky Sall, President of the Republic of Senegal, following their victory at the final of the AFCON Total Energies 2021 in Cameroon against Egypt. His Excellency Paul Biya equally sent a message of congratulations to President Abdel Fattah, Egyptian President, following the team's brilliant performance at the just-ended AFCON Total Energies 2021 in Cameroon. Back to Senegal. After the first ever win of an Africa Cup of Nations, the Teranga Lions were greatly welcomed by a huge crowd in Dakar yesterday, February 7. They are expected to be welcomed and decorated by their president, Macky Sall, this Tuesday. The Paramount Fund of Nso in Bui Division Northwest Region, Fund Binglo 3, has raised indomitable Lions right-back defender Fai Collins to the title of Informee, the rank of general within the sports in the Nso chieftain. This is to recognize his magnificent outing in the just-ended Africa Cup of Nations, where he emerged highest assist provider with teammate Martin Ongla. They both made 3 assists throughout the tournament. All is well that ends well. The just-ended Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon has greatly been appreciated by many worldwide. The ceremony to mark the end of the football jamboree was presided over by President Paul Biya on Sunday, February 6. At the Olembe Stadium, let's revisit the closing ceremony with Noraka Kebi.
The 33rd edition of Africa's Football Jamboree, the African Cup of Nations, which kicked off in Cameroon on Sunday, January 9, 2022, finally ended yesterday, Sunday, February 6th, with the Teranga Lions of Senegal winning the prestigious trophy for the very first time. They made history by beating 7 times champions, the Pharaohs of Egypt, during post-match penalties. During the closing ceremony yesterday, the stage was beautifully mounted, and history will equally remember Cameroon organized and hosted the Total Energy AFCON 2021, which will forever remain engraved in the minds of Africans. The South African musician Nom Sebo opened the artistic parade with a hit song Jerusalema, which received loud cheers from the excited spectators. Meanwhile, Cameroon's finest artists, Salatil, Stanley Eno, Daphne and James BKS were the main artists to perform at the closing ceremony.
It's black and white. The snakes will run.
Salatil and Daphne performed their sports anthem song titled We Are Champions, in which African football is magnified. Moreover, Salatia reminded Africans that everything simply happens in Cameroon with the song Ça se passe ici. In addition, another Cameroonian artist, James BKS, also graced the stage, where he paid tribute to the late Manu Dibango as well as to the entire continent. Meanwhile, spectators were given a special treat by Daphne's performance as she displayed a few extracts of her songs. Appearing in boxing costumes, Stanley Eno opened the stage with so much positive energy, and Africa will not forget the Mbole mix and dance steps on the stage, and of course, Stanley could not end without the audience having a taste of his street anthem, Hempe. The colorful and beautiful ceremony will forever remain memorable in the history of African football.
The Mayor of Limbe 2 Municipality, His Royal Highness Chief Walker Daniel Ndive, has expressed gratitude to the Head of State President Paul Biya, the Prime Minister and Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute, and a host of elites in the Southwest region for supporting the municipality to host Pool F of the AFCON Games successfully. He was speaking during a press briefing over the weekend in Limbe. Kuma Honore.
The Mayor of Limbe 2 Municipality, His Royal Highness Chief Walker Daniel Ndive, has extended special thanks to the Head of State, President Paul Biya, for providing infrastructure to Limbe, such as the Limbe Omispo Stadium, to host Group F matches of the just-ended AFCON 2021 competition.
Thank the head of state for the infrastructure that was built within the Limbe 2 municipality, because without the infrastructure we would not be opportune to host the tournament.
Mayor Walker Daniel Ndive equally esteemed words of gratitude to the Prime Minister and Head of Government, Chief Dr. Joseph Diongute, and other elites of the Southwest region for the special support given to the Council to mobilize the Limbe population to watch matches fixed for Pool F of the tournament.
We enjoyed the support from some elites of the region, such as the Prime Minister, because it is through his financial efforts that we could afford for transport buses to transport population to and from the station during match days.
The mayor could not leave out the population of Limbe 2 municipality, who made sure that the municipality was clean before and during the tournament, as well as their massive participation to watch the matches.
We are very thankful with the population of Limbe 2 municipality for their total support and mobilization towards the AFCON.
Mayor Walker Daniel Ndive noted that the players and officials from Tunisia and Mauritania had a very warm welcome and successful stay in Limbe during the competition, thanks to the hospitality of the people of Limbe 2 municipality.
You know, we have so many beaches around Limbe 2 municipality, and they had to exploit them, and during those periods they interact with the population, and it was really wonderful.
The mayor concluded by thanking the security forces for ensuring that the tournament went through hitch-free, and the vigilante group of Limbe 2 municipality for being watchful throughout the tournament.
They were there to guide and protect the population, and I think that's a very big credit to the forces of law and order. I think I would like to add my voice to say congratulations to them.
He used this opportunity to plead with the powers that be to take good care of the stadium, as it is a jewel to the population of Limbe 2, while wishing that more local and international matches are programmed for the Limbe Omnisport Stadium.
The sum of 2 million francs CFA has been given to each indomitable lion who played the 1972 AFCON. Brewery company Kaji dished out this money to the retired heroes recently to acknowledge their great deed and sense of patriotism. Some female members of the civil society organizations in the littoral region of Cameroon have gained skills in women and peace-building process and community development in Cameroon. This was at a 3-day training seminar organized recently. Eileen Sama has details.
The ABCD Institute, a mini Cody institute with headquarters in Canada, gathered about 19 civil society organizations in the littoral with the aim of strengthening knowledge and action-oriented processes that contribute to advancing peace and security for all, especially women and girls in Cameroon. Focus at the 3-day event was to understand the peculiarities of the ABCD approach to development.
We are here doing the ABCD Institute in the littoral region of Cameroon, and our ABCD Institute is focused on the asset-based, citizen-led or community-driven approach to development. So we're mobilizing civil society actors to reflect on their peace-building practices from an ABCD perspective, and we're getting the leaders to think about their skills they have, the attitudes, the knowledge, and maybe the networks and connections, what they have, and how they can think about development from the bank of what they have to offer to community. So we are graduates of the Cody International Institute, and often our reflections about the work we do is using community-based approaches to development.
The participants were thrilled at the knowledge gathered.
The seminar has helped me to know that every individual has an asset, and that before you start any project, you do a research and have a quantitative and qualitative data, and know what you have as assets, and then also involve the community so that they should know that they are part and parcel of the project, and they will also be trained to follow up the project to the end to ensure sustainability.
For the CODI graduates, facilitators of the 3-day training seminar, the asset-based, citizen-led, community-driven development training for CSOs, their objective was attained.
3 days, we, the CODI graduates, are carrying out this project, the training of the CSOs in Littoral. We have been drilling them, and from their reactions and all that, the good work, the activities that we have carried out, the participation level, the data that we have collected, in fact, everything has been perfectly implemented. And I really thank the level of participation of the CSOs that attended this workshop, because it's going to enable us, it's facilitating our task actually, because we are going to continue with the research on the field.
The event was immortalized by the award of certificates to all participants who were challenged to take community development and peace processes to another level.
Cameroon has undertaken checks to prevent the entry on its market of cans of sardines of the brand Belleville, banned in Gabon for toxicity. According to the ministry in charge of livestock, agents are mobilized in the southern region of the country, bordering Gabon, to ensure the absence of these cans of sardines, which they say is unfit for human consumption. In Ebolova, for example, teams of the regional services of Minepia, accompanied by those from the Zootechnical and Veterinary Center, crisscross the markets to ensure that this commodity is not present on the market. The same verification process takes place in the border markets of KOC and Ambam. Gabon, through the General Directorate for Competition and Consumption of the Ministry of Economy, ordered on January 19 the withdrawal of cans of sardines of the brand Belleville presented on the side of Alibaba sale as coming from Morocco. The secondary education family in the Southwest region joined their counterparts nationwide to celebrate the 20th edition of the National Bilingualism Day. The event, which took place at GHS Bokwango, was characterized with recitals, sketches, poems and songs tallied towards this year's celebration. Kuma Honore again.
Celebrating on the theme, bilingualism, a catalyst for social cohesion in the context of decentralization, the event brought together public and private secondary schools at the campus of Government High School Bokwango. The event started with a welcome speech from the host principal, closely followed by the message of the Minister of Secondary Education, Professor Pauline Nalova-Lyonga, on the National Day of Bilingualism. Addressing students, teachers and parents, the regional delegate of secondary education for the Southwest region, Dr. Hannah Etondembua, called on the students and teachers to practice bilingualism in the school melee, as it is a catalyst for harmony, social cohesion and peaceful coexistence. She added that bilingualism is a gift to Cameroon as it brings unity, though in diversity.
We are very satisfied with the work that the teachers are doing, with the students, because it is evident in the, presentations that the students have done here today. It shows that the teachers are actually doing some good work with them. We are glad with the coordination that has taken place in all the divisions of the region, showing that we all see and know the importance of bilingualism, the importance of this celebration. That is why the divisional delegates, together with the inspector coordinator for bilingualism and all the pedagogic inspectors, have done all what they can do to ensure that this day ends in this way.
The event witnessed activities such as a recitation on the importance of bilingualism, a sketch on family life and education, a sketch on morally accepted dress code, sketch on patriotism, a poem on climate change, songs on the theme of this year's edition, as well as on peace, cultural and traditional dances, just to mention these few. Besides the festivities, the Ministry of Secondary Education has taken other measures to promote bilingualism in the secondary education sector with the institution of special bilingualism program nationwide. The Southwest region is having 20 pilot schools for the bilingualism program. The event ended with the award of Certificate of Excellence and Participation to meritorious schools.
And out of the country, a South African court has convicted and jailed twin brothers for terrorism over plans to attack the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria and join the Islamic State group. Tony Lee Torsi and Brandon Lee Torsi, both 28, were arrested in South Africa in July 2016 and have been held in custody. According to local media, they pleaded guilty yesterday, Monday, for planning to travel to Syria to join ISIS and planning a terrorist attack in South Africa as part of a plea bargain with the prosecution. Tony was given an 11-year jail term while Brandon was sentenced to 8 years. That was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. You have more stories in 3:30 p.m. Prime Info with Gladys Bomotongina, and at 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Coming up next is In the House with Eileen Sama. And her ladies, have a nice time.